to work. Take 72.
That was
We'll see if anybody
15
gets on.
minutes of fun right there.
We'll see if anybody gets on, and then we will.
Don't give up on us.
We will count our chickens. Little chickens. Oh, there's one.
There's somebody.
There's a chicken.
Ashley, yay.
Hi, Ashley. Goodness gracious, Facebook did not want us to go live today, so I'm so glad you are here and we're here. Hi, Beth. Hi, Ashley. Hi. So this is me. You know me. This is Lauren.
Yep, I'm Lauren.
Hi, Marissa. And a couple of disclosures. One, there's 5 of them? 5
There's
children
5 kids here right now.
running around. So this is what we do. This is work at home moms.
Uh-huh.
And also, there's a dryer man fixing my dryer because, you know, whenever they say that the appliance repair people, whatever, will be there from like 8 to 5, it's always 5 or the next day. No, 10 on the dot. 10:03, right?
10:03.
10:03 on the dot. Dryer man came.
Okay,
So anyway.
can I tell you mine? Can I tell you what I did? Can I tell him?
Yeah, you can tell them.
So, she asked if I would like to do this with her. And when she says the word with, I thought she meant in a very literal, non-technological way. And so I show up with my kids at her doorstep and she's like, why are you here? I just say, why you're here.
I was like,
Her face said, why you're here.
I mean,
And I'm like,
and she's all looking like this, and I'm like, dude, like, this is what happens right before I go live. It's a mess around here. Like, Scarlett didn't have any underwear on. Like, it was a mess.
I did on the side of the door. I kept hearing, hold on just a second, hold on just a second.
I know, I'm like, who is it, Cooper? Like, is somebody there? Is it the mail lady? He's like, no, there's a lady just standing
I
there.
heard it say,
They're like,
but there's a lady.
Don't answer it. And I'm like, but just don't, like, be quiet so they don't know you're there. Like, no, we don't answer doors. But that lady's still standing there.
Bust out the confetti. That's what I should have done. I'm here. Yeah, so I added to the chaos a little bit this morning.
No. So anyways, goodness gracious, we are finally here and we are so sorry. And this might be a little wild with children and dryer things, but we are committed to making
It
this happen.
will be real and authentic.
Because we wanted this to be the case so that you would really understand that it doesn't matter what you have going on in your life.
This was
You
all
can
purposeful.
earn these trips, dang it.
Exactly.
Okay, so we are going to dive right in here. I promise that the rest of the call, whether I'm in or out, is going to be really fruitful for you. So if you haven't already, I linked all of some really good documents to print out in the post last night. I have put mine in a notebook. I stole one of the Brad notebooks for my kids' back to school supplies and just put it in here. So if you print out all that stuff, then just go ahead and put it in a folder so that you have your Instant Trip folder for quick reference. Because I know for me, if I'm doing my quick reference and I go to Facebook or whatever, I see my notifications and then I go down a rabbit hole.
Yep.
So I like to have a hard copy printed off. So do something like that. And it can be in a pretty notebook. It could be whatever that you want to do. But first, I want to talk about why we have this point structure, about the trips, about why even if you don't think that you can, you can. And then we're going to be talking about the planning and actually kind of workshop portion of this, and Lauren's going to help me through that. So looks like we already lost a few. If you left because, I don't know, it's wild, hopefully you come back and watch the replay. We'll tell you whenever you can start the real thing.
There's probably going to be a blooper reel at some point.
Yeah, I know, right? But also if you jumped off maybe because you just thought for a second, like, I could do that, and then thought, no, I can't, it's not for me, please stick around because it really is. We had so many people that earned last year for the first time ever. They joined in August and they went on a Mediterranean cruise to Italy, France, and Spain last year. Or they went to Disneyland like Lauren and I did for free. And so Sabrina and Megan Desiree, Jennifer Hamilton, all of these teammates joined in August, and they earned the trip. So you can too. And I promise this point structure is really, I feel like, made for just about everybody. It's a really good balance this year. And so we're going to talk through how it is really good for your level in particular. Also later today I'll be setting up an event, and we have some example plans that we'll post on there for each level, so that maybe if you don't feel comfortable starting from scratch, you can start from there. Yesterday, February, and just earned level 2 to Mexico. Yay! That's awesome, Marissa. I'm so excited for you. Oh gosh. Yeah, I can't see that, Marissa, on my end. I only can see my front line, and I need to add you to our post yesterday about congratulations. I'm so sorry about that. But hey, I have to give you a special congratulations. That's okay, Desiree. You still earned, and we're going to be talking about the different levels that you can earn. You still totally earned, because honestly, level 1 is the hardest one.
Yeah,
of all
that's
the levels.
the most points.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you hit that,
Then the rest is
just like stair steps.
Teeny little. And I think we have that like big incentive tracker, and it looks kind of daunting. So it'll come like mid-month. But what happens when you see that? What happens every time?
It's a little overwhelming. You know?
So especially like when you're like 3 months in and you're not even like done with like the first level 1, and you know that you're trying to get to level 4. What do you want to do at that point?
And was it okay? Is it? I think November and December are when the majority of the points are earned at that point. So it's kind of like a slow process through these first few months, and then it's bam, kind of towards the end. So you don't want to get discouraged in those early months, because what you're doing is you're building up to that huge pop in that November, December time period.
Yeah, and you get that big influx of points in December because you get the consistency points. So that's why you get those. And then also, sorry, I was trying to read the comments too. Make sure I don't miss anything. But also, so your incentive trip tracker, when it comes, it'll be like, okay, here's level 1, and then level 2, level 3, level 4. Well, like it'll show you are 50% to level 1. But that's going to probably stay in level 1 for maybe 4 months. I mean, maybe even 5 months. But once you hit that level 1, it's only 7,000 more points to hit level 2. And 7,000 points can come really fast, because you get 2,500 for consistency. So then you're like halfway through level 2. And then all of a sudden you've like earned a free trip. So you just can't be discouraged, and I want you to know that ahead of time, because even me that's been doing this for a long time, it discourages me, and I know better. So let's talk real quick about why there is this point structure. So Scentsy is amazing, right? We don't have to get these trips. We are just doing our job. Where else can you do your job like you're supposed to and earn a free trip on top of all the stuff that you earn anyway, right? You get paid, so why should you also get something on top of it? And that's kind of like the icing on the cake for Scentsy, is that you already have to do those things to build your business. So the point structure is set up because they know all of those algorithms. They know that if you recruit this many people, if you sell this much, if you help these people recruit, that's going to build you a great, strong foundation for your business and grow your business. So even if you never earned, even if you don't earn level 4 and you were shooting for it, you still hit level 3, you still are building your business. You still are building the foundational things that will help you promote and make more money and build a big business. So that's why the point structure is there. We're going to kind of take you through in a minute how you can get points for each thing, so that you're really clear on what you need to do, and we can work backwards on helping you create your plan. Also, I promise I'm going to let you talk in a minute.
Oh, I'm good. I'll chime in.
I just wanted to mention on the trips themselves. So for region 1, that is Mexico and Canada and U.S. consultants, we are going to
Marco Island.
Yeah, I said Marco Polo
I'm
Island
trying.
last time.
I have said Marco Polo Island every time except that one time because Marco Polo Island.
Because you like to one-up me.
Well, I
You
know.
just like to
Every
correct me.
time you said that really, and every since I'm like Marco Polo. No, no.
It's not Marco Polo Island. Okay, so I know that last year we had Italy, France, and Spain, and then this year we see Marco Island, and I know people are like, oh, it feels like a letdown, but let me tell you, Scentsy does trips like you've never been on a vacation before. It's nothing but the top of the line, everything, and they literally spoil you rotten. These aren't business trips. You don't have business meetings. These are vacations. And for Marco Island in particular, they're buying out the entire hotel. Like, we have an island to ourselves, which is insane. Like, we have a whole island to ourselves, and it's like one of the most gorgeous places in the whole country.
3 miles of white sand beach.
Oh my gosh, it's just going to be amazing. And Scentsy also does all of these little extras, so you can guarantee there's going to be we've had dinners like on the beach, like just on the water, where the water is like coming on your feet while you're eating on the beach. We've had, fire dancers like on the beach. We've had just all of those extras, and then they give you gifts to your room every night, and so they're always just amazing, and you have to be there. You've never vacationed like this before. You've never been put up at the top of the line hotel, and you could never pay for all of the things that they do. And they do a lot of exclusive stuff, like Disney World a couple years ago. They had Disney do a whole Fantasmic show. Fantasia? Fantasmic. Fantasmic show just for us. A whole separate show just for us. That time, and then this one at Disneyland, they opened the park just for Scentsy consultants early and then late. So just amazing exclusive things that you couldn't get. So they are all really great. And I have earned a trip since I have joined, and I can say that there's not been any of them that I've been disappointed at. So, gosh, Greece and Disney.
That's awesome.
And Punta Cana. I mean, I've been doing this for 6 years now, so it's been a while. New York City and the Caribbean. So there's been some amazing destinations. Okay, so I think we kind of talked through that you can do this no matter what. Even if you've been in for a few years and you have never earned a trip. We had a couple last year that were in for 3-4 years. They've never earned before. Right here.
Yep.
They earned it. And what do you think the difference was?
Okay, this is corny. I'm sorry, it's
No,
corny. It's corny.
Corny's okay. You're on a
Corny
candy
is
laugh.
okay. I actually believed I could do it. I mean, I really did. The years before, I couldn't see it happening. I saw that point structure, and I saw 35,000, and I was like, I don't think I can do that. And last year, I was like, no, I really can. And that's when I actually made a plan. And that's another thing that helped me a lot last year is I really did write out a plan. Before, I was so overwhelmed by the monstrosity of it that I didn't work for it at all because I did not have an actual plan and vision to get there. So once I believed, I actually can do this, and when I realized I can, but I actually need to be strategic and plan it out, that was the difference. So, and that's why we're doing this here, is to help actually make a plan and not just say I can do it. It is the belief, and it's also the action and the plan that goes along with it.
Exactly. That is the big middle portion. There is something about that mindset and that belief, but you have to have the middle part too. You actually have to have the plan and write it down and do the action. So with that said, let's go through the incentive trip point structure step by step. So the first thing that we are going to look at, if you've printed things out or if you're looking at it on your computer, is the incentive trip qualification requirements and FAQ that's in your workstation or linked below. So the first thing is, do you want to read these guys off what that's for?
Sure. Okay, so the first level is registration for Scentsy Family Reunion, which will be in Austin next year. Points needed is 15,000. That is that first huge jump. Okay, so you're going from 0 to 15,000. That's level one. Do you want to go over this part now? Or
yeah,
okay.
We can do that. And I'll just pop in and say registration is usually somewhere between $250 and $350. So for that level 1, you get that for free. And I'll go ahead and say this. For the level 2 and the level 3, if you can't go on those that trip, you can choose reunion instead. And if you earn level 2 or level 3 and you choose reunion, then it also includes registration, lodging, and flights. But for level 1, it's just registration. So 15,000, like Lauren said. And then there's this column that says points needed from activities other than personal sales. So that means that you can't just get 15,000 in sales alone. And the reason they do that is because that's not building a strong business. So the internet sellers, the people who have huge fairs or markets and sell $15,000, that's great, but that's not building a well-rounded business with a strong foundation. And so you have to get the points needed from activities other than that is 3,000. So only 12,000 of those can be sales, and you have to have 3,000 from other things.
Okay. The next level is an all expenses paid incentive trip for the consultant. So basically, you as the consultant, once you hit level 2, then you get all expenses paid to Marco Island. That is 22,000 points. So you see that that's a much smaller jump from that 15 to the 22 as from the beginning to the 15. So that's when those stair steps happen, and before you know it, you're earning your trip. 4,400 of those 22,000 points need to be the points from the other than personal sales, like Kande was talking about.
Let me mention one thing here. So when your point tracker shows up on your workstation, there are going to be 2 different like trackers. So there's going to be like probably a red line and a green line, and that's just showing you like how close you are to hitting the points that you need other than sales. So you're going to have one that's like tracking that 3,000 and one that's tracking the 15,000 to get to level 1.
The third level is all expenses paid incentive trip for the consultant and a guest. So you get to bring someone with you, and they also get everything paid for too. So that is the third level. That's the 35,000. That is and 7,000 of those are the non-personal sales. 35,000 is that top level, but there is one more level above that, and that is for the top 100 earners. So everybody, and it's worldwide, right? Mm-hmm. The 100, everybody in the world, the top 100. So it's gonna be 35,000 plus. They get to choose which of the region's trips they go on. Let's see, it's going to be things like extended stay, so they'll have a little bit longer at the places.
They get a personal concierge.
Personal concierge
that will customize the trip. So if if you want to have stopover locations, if you want to extend your trip, if you want to add excursions, like Scentsy's going to cover it and somebody's going to plan it for you.
I want that one.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, with the director promotion points, that's possible, because we're going to talk about that in a minute. Actually, no, I'm going to say it now because it's pretty dang cool. So, once we hit that 35,000 points, I want you to dream a little bit here, because even if you're brand new, like top 100 in the company, you actually have it better than superstar directors, because you have the ability to get the promotion points for all the levels. If you're an essential consultant to certified, certified to lead, lead to star, star to superstar, all of those points you can earn all of them. It's not just you earn superstar consultant, you earn everyone along the way, and you can earn sensational start points. You earn so many points, and the cool thing about that is any of those points that aren't sales points, once we hit that 35,000 to determine the top 100, those non-sales points get doubled. So if you promote, all of those promotion points are double. If you recruit somebody and they hit sensational start, you hit sensational start, they're all doubled to determine who's the top 100. That means that just the people who are the big internet sellers or just have these huge markets, they're not automatically a shoe-in for the top 100 trips. So that is amazing. That's really, really exciting, and that means that probably more brand new consultants than ever before, we may see in that top 100.
And you got top
tier.
100 kind of early on, didn't you?
Yeah, so I got top 100 for the Greece trip, which was my second trip. So I think I'd been in a year and a half. It's when we still actually lived in Korea. And oh my goodness, this trip, guys, top 100, right? So only 200 of us. We went to Athens in Greece, stayed at the top hotel there. And then they chartered an entire jet just for Scentsy people, like a whole plane just for us, and flew us to Mykonos, Greece. And we spent time there, and then we had all of these just exclusive parties. The first time I ever met Heidi and Orville was like the top point in Athens, Greece, and yeah, it was quite amazing. This time I feel like we've gotten more technologically savvy, so like everybody knows like where people are at. And I don't know if they'll do that. Have you seen if they'll do the top one? If they'll do the top 100
For like
a tracker? I'll listen to.
I haven't heard for absolutely sure.
Let me.
Because last time they did have.
Did you call me?
I was trying to think about if there's going, because I remember seeing it last year, so I think they probably will. Like once you start hitting the top 100. Hi Liz, how are you? I'm Candy today. Woohoo! No, so Candy, she's got a dry repair person here, so things are getting fixed. So I'm gonna go on. Okay, so we talked about the levels, and so these are all the points that you can earn to start getting those levels. Okay, so sponsoring points. So when someone joins Scentsy, the first time they hit certified consultant, you get 500 points. So it's the first time they hit that certified consultant, you hit 500 points. They don't have to join in the incentive point earning period. They can have joined before, and that first time that they hit that certified level, you get that 500 points. So it's really cool. So if you've had people who've been joining over the summer, and when they hit certified, those are points that you get. And of course, as you add people to your team through the next 6 months, when they hit certified, you get that 500. This next one, I love this next one. This is really cool. So people who do join your team, starting August 1st through January 31st, you get 100 points per active sponsored frontline consultant. So when you have somebody join in this incentive period, every time they hit active, you get 100 points. So that is up to 600 points per new consultant that you have join your team as a frontline that you can get. So I love that 100 point thing. That's what we're on.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think that it's setting up a good foundation for your business, because we help mentor and help our people be successful and keep them active, and that's going to produce a more successful consultant in the long run, because we know the people that are the hobbyists that only sell their 200 once every 3 months have a lot harder of a job than we do selling every month. Because when we used to have another brand called Velada, and I would only sell every 3 months, man, to get that like 200 in the third month when I haven't been talking about it for 2 months was always really hard. So we just know, or Scentsy knows, that whenever they stay active, it's just easier for them to stay active and hit those goals and kind of stay part of the game.
You want to do that?
Sure. So on, did we talk about the reinstated part?
I did not say the reinstated. I talked about the first time they hit certified, so I didn't actually say reinstated.
One other really cool thing here is that you will earn sponsoring points for anybody that is reinstated to you or that rolls up to you that reaches certified consultant for the first time during the qualification period. Okay, so for example, I'm the consultant. Lauren canceled out a year ago as an essential consultant, and she at $900 for her lifetime PRD. She joins my team on August the 10th, and then she sells 100 and hits her 1,000, which promotes her to certified consultant. She wasn't mine in the first place, but she reinstated with me, and she hit certified consultant for the first time between August and January 31st. So I get those 1,000. Oh wait, how much is it? It's 500.
500.
Now. I get those 500 points for her hitting certified for the first time, and then she gets her points for certifying. And that's the other really cool thing, is it's never just about you. Like, it's never like, come on, you can do it, you got to promote, like, I need those points. it's like, come on, you can do it, like, you need these points for this trip, like, you can do it. So it's like everything has got a tandem, like, you get points, I get points because I help you, which I really like about it.
Now, let me make sure I didn't lie to him real quick. Gotta make sure we didn't lie. So they, for this part, for the 500 point part, they didn't have to join August
That's
1st.
correct.
They could have joined before, but if they hit that certified within the incentive trip earning period, you still get the 500.
That is correct.
Okay,
That's correct.
Make sure I didn't lie.
And that helps you, because if somebody joined on July 31st, it doesn't make you want to be like, dude, Lauren, sorry. Like, I got bigger fish to fry over here. Like, you mean nothing to me, because
Nothing to me.
I'm going to Marco
Dead to
Island. So you just stay over here, and I'm going to help many people. So it just helps them make sure that they have an engaged sponsor, and it helps you still be rewarded for those activities that are allowing you to promote and earn the trips and whatnot. Oh, and personal promotions. Am I doing that part?
You want me to do the part?
Sure.
Okay. So personal promotions. This is when you promote up the levels of consultant and into director. So when you promote to certified consultant, you will earn 1,000 points. When you promote to lead consultant, you'll earn 1,500 points. Then star consultant, you'll earn 2,000. Superstar consultant will be 3,000. Director will be 5,000. Star director is 8,000, and superstar director promotion is 10,000. So, like Kande was saying a few minutes ago, you get these points as you earn the different levels. So, if you're a lead consultant, if you promote to star director, you're getting all of those points as you go. It's not just the highest that you reach. So that is a huge opportunity to rack up those points.
Yeah, because like, okay, so say you started as essential and then you ended as a superstar. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7,500 points. That alone will literally take you from level 1 to level 2. That'll take you from registration to earning a free, all-inclusive trip, flights, lodging, gifts, parties, all of it. That 7,000 takes you there, because it's only a 7,000 point spread. I didn't realize you can get all the promotion points. Yes, yes. And then what other? Okay, these do count as non-PRV points again. Yes. So in that first column that we were talking about,
those are sales, yeah.
Literally every other point is the non-PRV points. I feel like I was going to say something else here. Oh, I will be putting up soon just sort of a, like, let's get really transparent and accountable with each other and just put it out in the universe. Like, what are you shooting for? And I'll tell you right now, I'm shooting for Superstar Director. And
I'm shooting for Director.
Here we go. Like, I think that we need to be more transparent with each other and just say, like, this is what we were shooting for, because I would love for it not to be a, hey, everybody, guess what? Lauren just promoted to director, and everybody like, oh my gosh, I had no idea, that's amazing. Instead, it's a, yay, we knew it was going to happen. We've been watching it. We've been cheering you on. We've been hearing, seeing the accountability. We've been, going back and forth on where we're at and ideas. And so that is the beauty of having a team like we have, the culture like we have, and we have to utilize that and leverage it more than we already do. Okay.
Okay. That's you.
Okay. So, paid at entry title consistency. So, what this means, okay, so this only applies to you if you were a lead consultant or higher as of July 31st, okay? don't worry if you just started, if you are just a certified or essential consultant as of July 31st, you still have opportunity for points elsewhere, okay? There's points for everybody, but these are specific for you if you were a lead consultant or higher. Now, if you are a lead consultant or higher as of July 31st, and you are paid at least a lead consultant 5 of the 6 months. So say you hit it August, September, October, November, December, and didn't hit it in January. You hit 5 of those, then you get 2,500 bonus. And Lauren was saying earlier how in December you kind of get that big influx of points. I think last year I completely skipped level 2 and level 3 in one day. And it's because all of those points, my consistency for both things and then whatever else hit. And so I went from not being not even at level 1 one day to being level 4 the next day. So that can happen, and it's because it's 5 of 6 months. And I think I covered everything here. If you have any questions on that, let me know. You want to do the next one?
So the paid at title points. So if you're a lead consultant, you get paid at title in a month. You're going to get 300 points per month that you're paid at title. If you're a star, you're going to get 400 per month that you're paid at title. If you're a superstar consultant, you'll get 500 per month. Director gets 800 per month. Star director gets 1,100 per month, and superstar director gets 1,500 per month that they are when they are paid at title for that individual month.
And I wanted to show you one other thing that I didn't mention that you should probably print out and put in kind of your packet is the compensation plan. Because being paid at title means that you hit all of the responsibilities that is listed in the compensation plan. So, for example, to be a lead consultant, you have to have 500 PRV and 1,000 in group wholesale volume. No, you may not.
What? Why?
Because we're on the phone right now and you can't be outside without us. Don't. No. Move along. Okay. So that means you get paid at title. Now, if you sold 500 and you only hit 950, then that means your title is still, or your rank is going to be certified consultant, or your title will be certified consultant, but your rank will be, add that backwards. I hate this compensation plan. I hate the new one. Because it's a little bit
The layout
different.
is different.
The layout is different, and I've been in for a while, and so visually it's different. But you can have your title, but you might not be paid as a lead consultant because you're only hitting the rank of a certified consultant because you didn't hit your 500 or you didn't hit your 1,000. And so what Scentsy is trying to do is help you get paid for what you deserve to be paid on. If you've earned the title of lead consultant, then they're going to reward you by not only paying you more for being a lead consultant, but also giving you points. So how you get those is it's 5 of 6. Or is it paid at title? Oh, it's every month. Okay.
Yeah, this is the monthly one. Yeah.
So again, that is every month. So that is another one that is cumulative. Mm-hmm. That so whenever you start to look at this, at first you kind of freak out, but then you're like, oh crap, I get those every month. So for me, I get 1,100 every month that I hit those. So I hit 30,000 GWV. I hit my 500. I have the active consultants that I need. I have my active directors that I need. If I hit all of those responsibilities outlined in the comp plan, then I get those 1,100 points. So then, if say you're a superstar consultant and you hit 500 every month, all of a sudden that's 3,500 extra points that you get on top of the other activities that you're doing.
Yeah, so to pull the last two together, you're getting rewarded monthly for getting paid at title, and then when you get paid at title 5 out of 6 months and you've got all those points going, then they give you another 2,500 points.
So you're double dipping.
Yeah, exactly. So it's awesome.
So let's give them a quick example on that. So say you are a superstar consultant and you don't promote during the month. You stay superstar consultant, but you're super consistent, and you hit it every single month. You're going to get 500 times 6 months, which I think I did that math wrong. I think I said 3,500. It's 3,000. I think I said 3,500. It's because it's 500 and 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. 3,000. Yeah.
So, superstar consultant, you have 6 months in the incentive period, 500 per month. That's 3,000. Then, since you got paid at title 5 of 6 months, you get 2,500. So that's 3,000 plus 2,500. That's 5,500 just for doing your job, which is crazy that you get to double dip like that.
Exactly. There's one section here that talks about the superstar director rank. Superstar directors will get 5,000 points if they get paid at title at least 1 month during. We have craziness going on. So they get paid 5,000. They get 5,000 points if they do get paid at title at least one time in the incentive earning period. And the reason for that is when you hit superstar director, you are at the top. That means all of those promotion points that are accessible to us, they don't have access to those anymore. So this is a way to, give them a boost too. And superstar director, if you look at the compensation plan and you look at what's required, it's really hard to hit that every single month. I was just telling them, that is the top. That is, and so Scentsy is rewarding these superstar directors with those 5,000 points because it is such a pristine title, and it's hard to maintain that.
And they have no option of promotion points. So it's like every one of these, it's like, oh, well, they get points over here. Well, it's because you get points over here. And same thing. It's like, oh, well, SSD gets points over here. Well, it's because you can promote and they cannot. And so every one of these is kind of a balance that keeps everything very balanced with all levels. And that's one thing that's really different about Scentsy than others, is that it truly is as easy, the same level playing field for a brand new consultant as it is an SSD. So any of you that are watching this that are essential consultant that just started, you literally have the same opportunity that I have to be able to earn this trip. I venture to say almost even more, because you have so much.
We tend to think that, once you hit director and above, that is just a shoo-in to get these points. Quite frankly, it's harder, once you get up there, because they reward with those stair steps and those promotions, and we're fixing to get into what you can earn as a brand new consultant. There's so much opportunity for brand new people to earn that once you get to the top, those opportunities go away. So I think it's incredible that you can start from, day one. You can join August 1st and get this trip. And it's not just the, top of the chain getting these trips. I mean, that is very encouraging.
Again, if you're new, like you get to triple dip, because you get PRV points, sensational start points, and promotion points. Like literally just have some parties and recruit some people, and it's freaking yours. Yep. It's yours. Okay, so PRV consistency is next. So you earn points when you sell consistently during the qualification period. So if you do 500 or more PRV, 5 of the 6 months, then you get it. I really suggest that you assume whenever you're doing your plan that the months are August through December, and make January be that like last month that if you don't hit it. January is the tougher of all of those months, but also you want that cushion, because if something happens, maybe something detrimental happens, maybe I don't know, you have to move to Timbuktu for a month. Who knows what could happen during that period? So you want to hit those 5 plus. There's nothing better than to see that tracker move. So the faster you can make that move, the better it is. And you know how I just said that the new people get to triple dip? It's like quadruple dip. You get PRV as a new consultant, and you freaking get also these consistency points. So brand new consultants, listen up. You sell, like, make it your goal to sell $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month gets you a monthly sales award, which gets you a bonus anyway. That's a minimum of a $600 paycheck. You do that, you're going to get these consistency points, just 2,500. You're going to get the paid at title points. You're going to be able to get sensational start points, and you're going to be able to get the promotion points. Like, it is yours. They get a lot of money.
I know. It's just like racking up.
And, you know, you want to be careful when you are talking to people that you're recruiting about the point structure, because it can feel really overwhelming. And I think one of the things that I did the most, and I think that a lot of people do, is we talk too much. Spencer, Spencer, open the door. Open the door. We don't close doors. We don't close doors. Nope. Open the door, please. Nope. I cannot see what's happening if that door is closed. We do not close doors in this house.
We do not have a house.
Open the door.
Put that open.
So, Lauren now sees that when I go off camera, it's because I'm giving, like, dirty mom
Giving the
looks. I'm like,
Hey, I get the look too. It's all good.
so if you ever see me, like, go off camera.
The best is when you have to give the dirty mom look during like a party.
Oh.
You're really supposed to be professional. I'm like,
I did that one time, and I totally did it on camera. I thought I was off camera, and I went and saw it later, and it was like a later set. I was like, awesome.
It's
Awesome.
real. That's all I can say.
All right, sensational
Okay,
start.
sensational start. Okay. So if you are a brand new consultant and you earn sensational start level 1 within the earning period, then you get 1,000 points. If you earn level 2, you get 2,000. Level 3, you get 3,000. If you sponsor a consultant who hits these levels, if you enroll somebody, you're their sponsor. If they hit sensational start level 1 and they get their 1,000 points, you actually get 500 points for yourself as the sponsor for helping them achieve that. If you enroll somebody who hits level 2, they're getting their 2,000 points and you're getting 1,000 points. Level 3, if you enroll somebody, they hit level 3, they get their 3,000 and you get 2,000. So as the sponsor, you're getting rewarded too, because, you know, it takes leadership and it takes time and it takes, you know, a lot of care to coach our new people and help them reach those. So Scentsy rewards us for that. So that's really cool.
I did all of that.
I did all of Yep, I did all.
So now we're into the FAQs. But instead of going through each of those FAQs, because I think we kind of covered them along the way, I'm going to post these, but I wanted to take you through some example earning points so that you can, if you're sitting there with us and you have your tracker, that, I'm sorry. If you have this guy here, or you might have a whole bunch of others that are available, and you're filling that in, here's some samples. So I'll go through Essential, and we're only going to give you level 3. I'll post the others, but we're going to talk through level 3 because you had a really good thoughts on that.
You mean, okay,
Yes,
I got
yes.
that. Okay, so last year was the first year that I earned a level at all. I was shooting for level 4. Last year we had 4 levels, so I was shooting for level 4. I didn't hit level 4. I hit a level in between. I was telling you how it was the first time I was convinced that I could actually do this. It was the first time I made a plan. The thing is, had I not been shooting for level 4, I don't think I would have gotten the level that I did. Okay? And that was something that really stuck with me, that if I had not tried for here, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. So when we went to family reunion in July, I was going to one of the breakout sessions, and Misty Flynn, who is absolutely amazing, I love her, she did a breakout session. The context was a little bit different, but she said that when she sets her own personal goals and when she coaches her her team, she said, I always shoot for the top, because I have found that every single time I shoot for the top, I always fall someplace that I'm really happy with. And I'm like, I love that, because I think we hear it all the time. We look at these different levels and we sell ourselves short of what we think we can do, and so we'll be like, I'm going to go for level 1 because it's a lot more less intimidating to go for level 1 than it would be for level 3 or 4. So what I found is go for the top. It doesn't matter how long you've been in it, whether it's been 5 years or you just joined, go for the top, because if you make your plan for the top and you legitimately work for it, you will. If you don't hit the top, you will get an incentive level and you will be rewarded. So, well, that was a scream. So, my major encouragement is absolutely make a plan for level 3. Okay? Don't make a plan for level 1 or 2. Make one for level 3.
I'll let you try that. I didn't run because I know the difference between a hurt cry and a really mad cry.
Yeah.
And it's just a mad cry. If anybody is just like, what is she just like hanging out here for? We'll give it to her.
So
Give her whatever she wants.
Give her whatever she wants. See, this is the fun of the work at home mom business. It can get fun. So, anyway, like I was saying, make a plan for the top level and really, truly work for it, because not only are you getting paid for what you're doing anyway, you are earning points and you will get incentive level if you do that. Okay.
Have you done that? Yeah. Have you done this one? I'll let you go through that. Or maybe
Level
I
3.
should do it just in case
Yeah, let's do that.
in case I have to leave again. Okay, so this is for you if you're an essential consultant. This is the plan for level 3. This is an example of a plan. One thing to do is to think, what are you really good at? And sort of start filling in your plan from there. If you're really strong in PRV, then start filling in what you think that you can get there, and then you can kind of back in where the other points will fall. Mm-hmm. Same thing as if you're better on recruiting in, then start there. But this gives you sort of a general idea, and then you can kind of, starting here, you can say, oh, I don't think I can get that many PRV. Instead, I'm going to move that over to this little part over here. I'm going to move that to recruiting. So, for Essential Consultants at level 3, that is a all-inclusive paid trip for 2, and that can be you and any guest that you want, as long as they're not a consultant. Your PRV, you want to get, and this is 6 months, the 6 months of the year that's the best, right? And if you're like, I've never gotten that before, fall is not, you're not going to get the same sales in the fall that you got in the springtime. And so just keep that in mind. So PRV, 16,950. That's about $28.25 a month. Maybe one month you hit, 3,500. Maybe one month you only hit 2. Somewhere around there. Again, this just gives you kind of a general idea. Don't let this scare you. I know that those numbers look big, but if you haven't been through a fall season, you don't know what magic is
magical.
Coming.
I was going to say.
Don't know.
It's crazy.
I'll give you that quick example. I was sharing with Lauren, the year that I promoted to director, in July, my GWV, so for my whole team, we had 14 people, and my GWV was $1,800, so $1,800. By October, we only grew by 4. I had 19 people, and our GWV was 11,800. Like, what is that? What growth is that? It's like 10 times over or something. That is the power of the fall. That's the difference in the fall. So even if you're looking at your numbers in July and like, oh, I can't do that, you can. Okay. For recruits, certifying, that gives you 2,000 points. Promoting to certified, then you promote to lead, then you promote to star, you promote to superstar. That gives you 7,500 points. You hit sensational start level 3, gives you 3,000 points. PRV consistency, you get 2,500 points. 3 recruits hitting sensational start level 2 gets you 3,000 points. 1 recruit hitting sensational start level 1, that's 500 points. That gives you 35,000 points right there. So that is a real generic plan for how to earn a completely free trip for 2 for an essential consultant. Also, it's not mentioned here, but there's bonus points. It's kind of your pad, but for every personally sponsored consultant during the period, they have to start between August and January 31st for this to count. But every month they're active, which means they have at least 200 PRV. You get 100 points for them. So if you recruit 5 people this month, every single month they are active. That's 5 people, 100 points. It's 500 points.
Up to
6
600.
months.
Yeah.
3,000 points extra. So those are sort of like your bonus points. I kind of, in my planning and making that as just a padding versus it being part of the actual planning process. So that's essential level 3. And then do you want to do certified?
Yes, certified. So certified consultant, one of the plan that you can do to hit that level 3. Make your PRV goal of 19,200 for the whole 6-month period. That's 3,200 sold a month. That would get you the PRV consistency at the end, or in December, which is 2,500. If you had 6 recruits who hit certified, that would be a total of 3,000 points. If 3 of those recruits, 3 of those recruits hit sensational start level 2, that's 3,000 for you.
And let me just interject here. So I know some of you that are watching, there's like 6 recruits. Like, this sounds
a lot.
insane. 6 months. That's
6 months.
Break it down. Don't freak out. Everything that you're looking at, remember, 6 months is a half a year. It's a long, long time. Everything that you're like, oh my gosh, that's so much, just break it down. Smaller pieces. If it's 6 recruits, that's 1 a month. That sounds a whole lot less than 6. And if it's 1 recruit, then how many conversations do you need to have? 10 to 20. So then you have 10 to 20 just conversations with people every month. That makes it feel easier. How many parties do you need to have to meet 10 to 20 new people? 4, and that gets you your PRV 2. So then that's just 4 parties a month. And so just break it down into bite-sized pieces so that you don't get yourself overwhelmed.
Exactly. And if 2 of those recruits hit sensational start level 1, that's 1,000 points for you. If you promote to lead, you get another 1,500. If you promote to star, you get 2,000. So it's just 2 promotions in a whole 6-month period. And if you promote to superstar consultant, you get 3,000. Right there, at 35,200 points. So you've gotten a little bit more than what you need for that level 3.
And because we know a lot of you are going to be watching this afterwards, and this is the workshop, we're going to go ahead and go through these other levels too. We know a lot of you are jumping off. We've got other things to do, but that's okay. We're going to keep going, and we'll probably try to tag and say, hey, this is when we're talking about these different things, so that you know exactly where to point your teammates to if you want to go through those. But we'll also post the graphics. So lead level 3 PRV 18,000. That's average of 3,000 a month. Again, maybe that's 1,000 in January and 4,000 in October. Something like that. Your PRV consistency, again, you get, if you have that PRV, 500 in a month. For 5 of the 6 months, you get 2,500 bonus points. 6 certified recruits, so that's 1 a month. You get 3,000 points. If 4 of those recruits hit sensational start, just level 1, you get 2,000 points. If you promote to star and then you promote to superstar, that gives you 5,000 points. And if you're paid at that star title for 3 months, you get 1,200 points. Paid a superstar title for 2 of the months, then you get 1,000 points. You paid at title consistency, you get 2,500 points. So that's 35,000 points right there.
Perfect.
Oh, here, I'll probably have to do that.
So if you're a star consultant, level 3, make your goal of an average of, make your PRV goal 20,400, which is an average of 3,400 a month. That gets you your PRV consistency bonus points of 2,500. If you have 6 recruits hit certified, that's 3,000. 4 recruits hit sensational start level 1, that's 2,000. If you promote to superstar consultant, that's 3,000. Paid at star title for 3 months is 1,200. Paid at superstar title 2 months is 1,000. And your paid at title consistency points are 2,500, which is a total of 35,600. Can I say something real quick before I forget? Okay, so with these plans, like what Katie, I called you Katie.
Okay, I'll be called Katie.
I like Katie. Katie here, my friend Katie. Kande was talking about how, these are kind of on average. Be consistently and often revisiting your plan. Okay, when you make this plan, be keeping track and be continuously revisiting it, every couple of days, once a week, throughout each month, to stay in tune of where you're at. Okay, one of the things of making a plan isn't just writing it all out. It is actually keeping track of where you're at, where you're hitting your goals, and where you really need to push to, if you're falling behind on any of it. So the key to all of this is you have to keep it in front of you consistently, to remind yourself about what you're working for, and to just kind of keep a pulse on where you need to push a little bit if you need to.
And I would also say that something that I do and you might find is helpful for you is breaking it down where it's bite-sized. Like, there's a lot of these, planning trackers and stuff people have been putting together. Mm-hmm. But if you want to create one that's sort of your own, do that. If it feels better to you, if it makes you believe more, then don't say you need 6 recruits to get certified. Say you need 1 recruit every month to get certified. That means maybe you need 2 recruits in August, 2 in September, 1 in October, whatever it is. A little bit of padding there. But if you need to break it down for your specific plan, then write it all down, and that way the bite sizes are easier. And if you get to October and you're reevaluating and you see, okay, I didn't hit this, then it's not like, oh, well, there goes the 6,000 points. It's like, okay, well, I didn't hit those 2,000 points, so now I need to regroup and figure out, okay, can I get another event to get another 1,000 in PRV points, or can I recruit somebody else to get there, or can I help this person hit Sensational Start level 3, to get those extra points so you can revamp it at that point. So if you guys have any questions after this, please let us know, but I will start an event that will cover all of this in sort of writing as well too, if that's better for you. And then I don't think we really covered this real fast. Let's talk about this real quick, the fun part. So when you earn the trip, so in Region 1, you can go to Marco Island in Florida. We talked about that. Region 2, which is our European countries, their trip is in Switzerland. Montreux, Switzerland. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going for I'm going for top 100. I think I can do it.
You can.
I really do. I really think that I can do top 100. And if I do top 100, I really think that I want to go to Switzerland. Owen really wants to go to New Zealand, and oh my goodness, I would love to see our New Zealand teammate. So
that's true.
I have to make a deal with Brenda. Brenda, you're watching. If you hit director, and I hit superstar director, and I hit top 100, I might just have to say New Zealand.
I would do New Zealand in a heartbeat. I want to go to New Zealand forever.
They both sound so amazing.
Terrible choices, right?
New Zealand, right? Laugh at my kids. New Zealand is so far away. Oh my gosh, that flight is crazy. Okay, so that in New Zealand, you would go to Queenstown, New Zealand. If you've ever Googled any of these places, then that's all you need for the why to set your heart on fire. Is look up the Hilton Queenstown Resort and Spa on the banks of Lake Wakatipu at the base of New Zealand's Southern Alps. What in the world is this life that we live? Now, the cool thing is if you hit level 2 or level 3 and there is space available, then you can buy the extra plane airfare to upgrade yourself to Region 2 or Region 3 trip. So even if you aren't top 100, you can choose one of those if there's availability. And as far as I know, most of the time there's been availability. Also, if you earn level 2 and you want to buy in a guest, you can do that too. Usually the buy-in's around $2,500 or so. It could be a little less since it's not overseas this time. But usually that's available too. So the dates are Marco Island is June 23rd through 27th. Europe is
April 23rd through 27th
in Switzerland.
in Switzerland. Yep.
And then New Zealand is
March 25th through 29th.
So maybe you know that you can't do June, but you could do March, or you could do April. Then maybe that's what you're gunning for. So we will work with anybody that wants to work on a plan, that wants to put that together, that wants to have a conversation. That's what we are here for. Sorry, that was a call that came through. Okay, since we're on, and this is a workshop, I'm going to cover this real fast. So you might be wondering about Sensational Start. The point structure is different. Like a year ago, it changed.
About a year.
So for Sensational Start Level 1, they sell at least 1,500 PRV or 500 PRV and one personal recruit that is active. So they have 200 PRV in sales in 1 month. That's Level 1. Level 2.
You need to sell at least 3,000 PRV or sell 1,500 PRV and have one personally enrolled consultant who reaches 200 PRV in sales, so hits active.
And that's really generous. Like only one? Like only 1,500 PRV in 70 days.
70 days.
That's 2 in almost a half month. Only one recruit and 1,500 sell. That's only $750 a month. Again, talking about breaking it down bite size, like $750 a month and only one consultant.
Yep.
In the fall
For two,
with Disney
level 2.
products.
Yeah.
For level 2, that's crazy.
Yep.
Level 3, sell 6,000 PRV. Again, that's 2.5 months worth, or 3,000 PRV and 2 consultants who get active. So you break that one down, and that's only a 1,500 a month, and then one recruit a month. That's totally doable. And what does that give you? Is that 3,000 points? That is for Sensational Start Level 2. Let me look at that. Or 3.
3,000 for them, and then 2,000 for the person who is sponsoring them. So.
Yep. So again, Lauren was talking about always setting your goal to be the top level. So whenever you're figuring out your plans, don't be like, okay, I think I could get them to level 1 or level 2. Nope. You can get them to level 3, and the best way for level 3 is for them to hit the 3,000 and the 2 consultants. That's going to build their business, get them more points, all the things. But it's also easier than getting 6,000 PRV too. So I think now that actually covers everything
in the world.
Everything in the whole world.
Life answers.
And now we shall go see what my house looks like.
When might owe Candy a house.
When that dryer man opened the door, I totally realized that me and you opened the door together. And that we're both barefoot, like just hanging out like at the house. And then we have these kids running around. I almost gave you a smooch.
Thought about that too.
I almost gave you a smooch right here just to see his face.
Katie and I.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming and watching the replay. And again, let us know how we can help you earn the trip. We'll see you then. Bye.